Hello, everyone. How are you all? Where do we start? This world is going crazy. But good afternoon. So we have in here Nancy. Welcome. Judo Tapelt. Hello, Joanne Tucker. Hello. Hi, Josie. Thanks for being here. Hi, Jeannie. Hi, Brittany. I wanted to call my first granddaughter Brittany, and her mum wouldn't be in it. I love the name Brittany. Hi, Katrina. Yeah, welcome, new people. It's awesome. I've had a crazy morning trying to work stuff out. So was anybody over on Scott H's live this morning? What's going on with the local? Hi, Christine, all the way from Minnesota. We've got California, Illinois, Northern NJ. You were there, Jeannie? This is insane stuff, isn't it? Like, it's quite disturbing. So for those of you who weren't there, a couple of the bigger channels who have streamed news footage. Hi, Priscilla. Sorry, I've been missing for a few days. I had to back away. Still might consider doing it, but I wanted to come in to support you. Oh, thank you, Priscilla. I appreciate you. If there's anything I can help you with, just to yell. It's really disturbing, guys, and this is another level. Hi, Angela, all the way from New York. Oh, my God. Thank you for coming in. It's quite high twiggy, quite insane that now the local news stations, WCYB and WHJL, are going for YouTube creators with cease and desist letters. And what they're focusing on is Summers Reward Fund information. Is that not bizarre on a whole different level? Like, I just could not, and I still cannot. This corruption goes deeper than any of us realize. Like, it's really, really disturbing. Yeah, Twiggy, it's crazy stuff. Why would the local news media go for YouTube creators and tell them to stop on any level when it's about a 5-year-old little girl missing, that's been missing for nearly 4 months? Every single day this is getting crazier by the second. Let's not even go by the day, by the second. Hi, Polly. Oh, yeah, I'm happy you could alive. I usually come on a tiny bit earlier, but I honestly am just trying to get my head around things. But I don't think anyone can get their head around things right now. It's insane. So chasing, which her channel used to be called Chasing Truth, but she's taken the truth off the end. And her channel is just called Chasing now. She received a letter, and her and Tiffany Marie were trying to work out whether it was just a troll, fake type thing. And Chasing contacted the director of the local news channel with the email that she'd received, the cease and desist, and asked them directly through their own website's links to the director and said, is this real, in a short form? And the director replied and said, yes, yes, it is, were her exact words. The reply was, yes, it is. Why? Why do they not want? And Michelle After Dark, guys, she got one as well, because I sort of come in on the tail end of it. I'm not sure whether Tiffany got one as well, but Tiffany and Chasing were, you know, madly digging, trying to find out if it was a troll thing, because we all know trolls do this sort of stuff, but they worked out it's legit. Why are news channels going after YouTube creators when it comes to what they're covering on YouTube? And it's not just that they're using their footage, like, and wouldn't they want the reward fund information spread as far and as wide, you would think, to get more information for this little girl? Hi, Care. Welcome. Like, I really, really think things are so much more deeper. Angela Palmer, I honestly can smell it from Australia. Oh, hi, Miss Justice. So a couple of the news outlets have gone for Chasing, and as far as we know so far, they've sent a cease and desist to Chasing and Michelle After Dark about Summer's case and telling them to stop. And I don't understand that. Yeah, Daisy, I think she's going to take it further. And under the YouTube, as we all know, the terms of service, you're 100% entitled to play their videos with fair use. And it's for the best cause ever. So why do they have a problem with it? I can't. Oh, anytime, Care. We have a beautiful chat. I love every single one of my subs. We rarely have drama and horribleness in here. And we're very caring and loving as well. So welcome into the family. Copyright law requires copyright holders to go after any and all acts of infringement, or else they lose their claim to the copyright. It's just Chasing, I don't know if I can go over and pull that bit, because I don't know what bit it was on Scott H's live. And I know that Scott wouldn't mind playing that information, because they want everybody yelling and screaming and jumping up and down and trying to find out why the local news media have a problem with it. Like, it's going to blow up big time. Yeah, Emily. Welcome, Emily B. I don't know, Katrina, whether Don's behind. I don't know. I don't understand it whatsoever. You and Hillbilly Heart is the only ones I sub to. Oh, thanks, Priscilla. It's just confusing. I just don't get it. I've been hearing a lot of bad. Judo to Pout says, I've been hearing a lot of bad stuff about the sheriff in about a restaurant bar called Nappies, period, also a railroad city construction company. Sheriff in, okay. Yeah, it's messy, Priscilla, and I think it's going to get a whole lot more messier. Yeah, the same thing happened to Michelle After Dark, but she hasn't taken anything down. And I don't think I streamed the whole thing. It wouldn't have been 3 minutes after it aired. I've got the full video about the reward fund, but because I only had 100 and something views, and why have they only gone for selected channels? They've gone for Michelle After Dark. I don't even know how many subs she's got, but she's got a lot. Like, she's big. Hang on, we'll have a look. And Chasing has 27,000. Okay, so Michelle After Dark has 31.3 thousand subscribers, and Chasing has 27,000. And Michelle has not taken down her media interview with Don Wells on it whatsoever. I don't know whether Chasing took it down. I think she took it down and modified it and put it back up so it only showed the Don Wells parts, because by rights they don't actually own that. I just don't understand why they don't want it spread. We need to get the reward fund information out. At least he was on a local news outlet to discuss something about summer. Like, it should be a good thing. Everyone else in the world is excited that the reward fund's been extended, but not the news channel that did the story on it. You know? Does that not seem a bit back to front? Remember things I've been hearing online that all in the supposedly involved in trafficking? Yes. And the guy that Chasing contacted, this director, he's had 7 jobs in the last 3 years. And now he is a director. Where before this position, Tiffany is awesome care. I love Tiffany. She's very, very direct but passionate and no bullshit. And I've never seen her so livid. Like, she is at one point in Scott's chat, she said, I'm trying to have a shower, but I'm not going to let this shit go. Like, she wants to go down there and find out for herself what the hell's going on. Yeah, this just went down a couple of hours ago, Priscilla. And it wasn't a planned thing that Chasing was going up on Scott's live. It just sort of happened out of nowhere. And everyone was just like, what the actual hell is going on? It's insane. Oh, hi, Soul Jules with Lisa Marie. The news channel that Ainsley Daniels represents, WJHL, have sent cease and desist letters to Chasing, which used to be Chasing Truth. and Michelle After Dark. We're not sure if anyone else has received one of these. Like, I'm so tiny, I don't think they'd even be bothered with me. But anyone who is promoting, Scott hasn't got one yet, from Scott H Has Thoughts. He hasn't got one. True Crime Commentary, Penny has said she hasn't got one yet. But it seems they don't want people relaying the reward fund information on their YouTube channels, and they're trying to stop them from doing it, which I just do not understand. So who else? Yeah, we don't, that's all I know of so far. And it's not just hearsay, because that's why Chasing went up on Scott's live to explain the process of how she verified with the actual station that it was for real and if they knew about it. And their only response back to her was, yes, it is. Like, even that says a lot, doesn't it? A little bit rude and attitudey. Such an amazing moment in your life. I just, yeah. Who's having a grandbaby? I just seen someone, congratulations. Mary says, such an exciting moment in your life. Judo, where are you? Oh, congratulations. Is it your first grandchild, Judo? It's the most special. Oh, it's amazing being a grandparent. And each one is just as special. Even if it's not your first, you just, yeah, I love my grandbabies. I have 5 now. I'm so lucky to still be here, to watch them come into the world and to grow. Yeah, so it'll be the 6th for you, Judos. The 6th of the 10th is its birthday. Yeah, I think that's the best part of being a grandparent, how you can spoil them, Judo, and spoil them to no end, and you can give them back when they're tired and cranky. No more Ben. Oh my God. No more Benny. Let's party. Someone was just saying before I come on that his second account's gone as well. I was going to put it in the description and I forgot about it because I come across this other stuff and I wanted you guys to see the contradictions in it. Yeah, how cool is that? At first I thought, because I was running around yesterday afternoon when it was all happening, as you guys know, I had to go to pick the girls up from school, and the eldest one, the 12-year-old, she's we've just signed her up at the gym, so I had to go in and do paperwork for the gym and get all that sorted. But I had my earbuds in because you all know I never turn them off. And I was listening to someone's live and they said, Benny's channel's gone. And I thought, no way. I bet he's just taken it down so people, you know, go crazy with Benny's channel's gone, and then he just puts it back up again like he's done it himself just for attention. But no, it didn't. And then I was watching his second channel, which is nearly worded the same, and the subs were climbing. But I haven't gone on to check to see whether his second one's gone or not yet. But apparently they're saying it has. Wouldn't it be awesome? Hi, Katrina. No, I think they've taken it down. I think he's suspended or terminated or whatever you want to call it. Hi, MK. Great to see you. Yeah, I was like, I come home to put dinner on after all my running around and shopping, and I'm dancing around the kitchen. Honestly, hubby thinks I've got bipolar. He does. I'm not even joking you, because I was so excited, like cooking tea, and normally I just, at 56, you get a bit over the whole cooking dinner thing every single day. And like family members, I know I'm off topic here just a tiny bit, and I do this. So family members' main conversation with you is what's for dinner. Like they will start these questions at 8 a.m. What's for dinner tonight? Like I've even fucking thought about it yet. Really? Come on now. Anyway, I was all excited about Benny's channel being gone. And then this morning, hubby comes home for morning tea and I'm stressed out. I'm like in deep thought, trying to get my head around this news channel stuff. And he's like, what's wrong with you? He said, seriously, you're like jumping out of your skin, or you're stressed out. He's like, this is not good for you. Yeah, now we need voices gone, Katrina. So when I sort of sat back for 5 minutes and looked at it from his point of view, I thought, you're probably right. I probably do come across at home like I'm bipolar, because it's this YouTube world is insane. And it is like an all day, all night long soap opera at the moment. He's been sick the last week, running a fever. Oh my God. That's no good, Justice for Summer. Oh, I hope he gets better. I'm right near Miss Justice. I've solved the smoking thing. Now I'm in my studio and my setup is right next to the big glass sliding door. I've decided to leave the door open and I can sort of smoke, and it's going to go straight outside. So it would be no different to me sitting 2 foot outside the door in my logic. So it'll be interesting as, well, nighttime for you guys, how this plays out, whether more creators have received this email, because it was by email that they got it. Yeah, sure, Priscilla. You sure can. I will put the link in a minute. I'm just trying to catch up. Oh no, strep is the worst. I still get it all the time, and I've had my tonsils out twice. He's not running a fever or anything anymore. Oh. Could it be an allergic type thing? If he has a rash and cracked skin? Maybe from the meds or something, Justice for Summer? Yeah, let's hope not, Mary. I do not want to see or hear his ugly head on YouTube. But yeah, he's like an Australian boomerang. He will be back, no doubt. Freedom of speech, Priscilla. I'll get this link. Wow, that's good, Miss Justice. I'm just getting the link, Priscilla. Voices to the video of earlier, and it was taken down. The channel's up, but they took the video down. Judo, which video did they have up that they took down? One about Benny, because I haven't even looked at their channel. The last couple of days, it's just... Oh, okay, he will be on Voices. That's good then. At least he's... yeah, but he's not getting his $500 a month or whatever he Skype's about. It's scary, isn't it, Susan? It's so where we live, we're halfway between Sydney in New South Wales and halfway between Melbourne and Victoria. We're halfway. So New South Wales has just, our numbers are starting to go down from, as Nita calls it, the fungalitis. But now Victoria is soaring. Like numbers have gone up to, and if you have a look at Victoria on the Australian map, it's a tiny little state, but it's very well populated. But they had like 1,800 2 days ago, and that's insane. So I really hope we don't go back into lockdown. Like the very first time in 2020 when I had to homeschool the girls, it was really good. We enjoyed every second of it. But the second time, they knew what it was going to be like, and it wasn't fun at all. They were not happy with it. Oh, the older one was okay. The younger one played up every single day, didn't want to do it. Yeah, wasn't good. So I don't know. I hope we don't get it, but at least we're all, shotted up now, so that's a plus. Oh, Mary. Yeah, we only had it for a month this time, like a few weeks ago, and that was enough. But then the kids went back to school for 1 week, and then it was 2 weeks school holidays, and I was like, oh my God. I heard last night watching her channel, she sounds terrible. Oh no. I think once Judo says, I think once YouTube terminates somebody, you can't come back at all, even on somebody else's video. That's why we haven't seen Chris back. And I miss what Chris will be back. And he was on Tiffany's channel the next day. And as soon as he got off Tiffany's channel, he went over to the lab or No Thanks Investigates, and he was on there for a little while as well. Hi, Holly Berry. But a lot of them, you see them, they'll lose their main channel and they just have their second channel sitting there and off they go again. I just don't understand how, if you're suspended, terminated, whatever the technical word for it is, it should be you as that person. You shouldn't be able to just come back on another spare channel. Chris, yeah, it was on the lab. Thanks, MK. I knew he went from Tiffany's, but I couldn't quite remember if it was No Thanks or the lab, but they were both on the one channel when Chris went up, wasn't he? I know, Mary. I'm excited for tomorrow for the behaviour panel. If they paint him out to be this wonderful dad who's concerned, and I think I'll lose it. I don't know. I don't know where it was filmed, but apparently it's like it's a fancy looking backdrop. BC, Vancouver Island. It'll be really, really interesting to see whether he puts on his fake religious side or whether he's going to, like, whatever he says on that show, honestly, to me, is just going to be the fake Don. It's not going to be how he really is. Not on that show anyway. Chris is an awesome guy. No, Susan, we talked about it yesterday, and I do get why the owner of that Twitter account was upset. and I've had a few comments in YouTube about it, that if that was your Twitter account and you were receiving all the death threats and everything, I can understand that you would be not happy. But the technical side of it is Chris never said 100% he believed it was Brian. He said, if it was Brian, this is how I would look at it. If it was, you know, and yeah, it's just one of them things, isn't it? And the thing is, I'm sure if Chris thought for a second it was somebody's real Twitter account, he might have decided not to do it. But he had the perception, I think, this is just my impression, I think Chris had the perception that it was someone pretending to be Brian. And that's the way he was looking at it. If it wasn't Brian, it was someone pretending to be Brian. But it really was someone's personal Twitter account. Yeah, and he owned it on the lab. Like Josh, I was surprised Josh was straight up with him, and he asked him straight out, where everyone sort of was avoiding that question. Josh didn't. He was straight up with Chris and said, look, do you think you've made a mistake? And Chris said, well, if I have, you know, he sort of owned it, like I'll be the first. And he says it all the time, guys. Chris always says, if I've done something wrong, I'm going to own it and, you know, apologise. So, yeah, of course people make mistakes. All of us are human. But yeah, at least Josh was game enough to go there and ask that question to him straight away. He wouldn't travel 35 minutes to see a lawyer that was organised for him. I know, Twiggy. And he wouldn't go and get the police report either, would he? This is Donald Wells. And I actually believe Mrs. Sher that she did that, Twiggy, that she organised that attorney appointment for him. And it doesn't surprise me at all that they didn't go at all. And there was, yeah, she organised for him to go and pick up the, supposedly, I don't know about this one, where she was bragging about, you know, he had to go and pick up that police report, and she said he never did that either. So did you guys see somebody slowed down and took a screenshot of Don Wells in the news interview? He had major holes in his pants, and you can see the needle marks on his leg. Yes, I did see the big rips in his jeans when he was sitting down. I didn't see the close-up, though, where you could see needle marks. But you could sort of see, you don't have them sort of varicose veins on the top of your legs, do you? Well, I've never seen them. They're usually at the back of your legs and, you know, down the sides, but not right on top like that. It was weird. I know it's controversial, but the doctor can say the result, not cause. Yeah. Is Griff here? Hi, 423 Chase. We were just discussing before you come in about these news stations, and you're going to be there tomorrow, you said, in Scott's Live, 423 Chase. You've got to show 423 Chase some love, guys. Miss Justice, can you pop, if you can grab it, can you pop 423 Chase's channel link in the chat for us? Please, only if you're able to do that. If not, let me know and I'll do it. Or Josie. Is Josie? Oh, yeah, Josie's still here. Thank you, guys. Yes, stay tuned, 423 Chase says. So you're going to be going live when it's still my nighttime, which is still the same day for me, which is even more exciting. So Chase is going to go live downtown and see if he can get some answers. I'm very, very excited for that. He's doing the best job ever. I'm just glad people are catching on. It's very sad. I've lost 2 friends. Oh, it is. Thanks, Griffey. How come you're now Griffey and not Griff? I didn't know you was changing your name. I'm just glad I just read that one. Oh, thank you. We played your other one the other day, as you know, and I didn't think you'd mind, so I didn't ask permission. I just played it because we need it out there. We need her name still going, her face. And I've still got my numbers written down, how I went through. I don't know if you've seen that bit of the video, Chase, where there were 25 people you spoke to in that walk around, and I was impressed that only 2 people hadn't heard of Summer's disappearance, and one of them had only just returned to the area. So that was encouraging. I thought that was pretty good, but the consensus was 23 of them hadn't seen anything on local news lately. Can the mods do anything about all the anti-vaxxers in here? Not the police, not the time. Yeah, we're not going to talk about the vaccinations and stuff, guys. It's just not worth it. We don't need to be having in-depth conversations about it. Yeah, I'm sure everyone in here's already subbed to Chase, but my God, this man is relentless. From day one, guys, 423 Chase has been out there in the scrub with his team. And this is what used to drive me crazy, 423, was weeks and weeks ago when Donald was on the shares every second day, raving on about how no one will let them go and search, and his neighbours won't let anyone on their properties to search. And then you go out there and the 86-year-old man is searching with you. Like, just blew his theories completely out of the water. And I was like, oh my God. Then I just wanted to go and knock his bloody head in. Laughing out loud. Because I keep getting, oh, that makes sense, Griffey. So I'm hoping Griffey helps clear up yeah. Good idea, Griffey. I love it. I think it's cute. No worries, Angela. I get it too. Like, yeah, it's just not a conversation we need to be having right now when all this other madness is happening. Oh, hi, Sassy Naz. Yeah, well, Josie says all politics, but how much is the political underbelly of that town implicated in this situation? That's what I want to know. Yes, Care, we are here for summer. Because it's looking like not only the Sheriff's Department and the commissioners and everyone else, there's a pea in every pot, so to speak. And I think it's scary, the manipulation and the corruption that's going on there is very, very dark. Look, I can remember, you know, when they used to have these media the media updates every morning at different, it was right at the beginning, like day 2, day 3, day 4, and they'd have the blonde lady come up and Tim Coop would speak. It was the law enforcement's publicist, the blonde lady. I've even been in different chats and people have said that she's related to the sheriff and different things, and how intertwined all these relationships are that haven't come out yet. Yeah, he needs to go then. But that was one of my big things I was going to say. In Scott H's live, the FBI guys, you know how we were talking about this yesterday? It's come out in Scott H's live that the FBI are now involved. So maybe they might rattle some feathers. Yeah, we've just been going over today's chapter. You know, I should go back and chapter every video every day as a different chapter and see what sort of encyclopedia we end up with, because it's getting that way. We needs to go from top down and bottom up through and above. Government same time think it's corrupt to have these children gone. Yeah. It's also crazy too how they are trying to pass so many pictures of her summer too, because they clearly, oh my God. You know that one we looked at yesterday where she's got the blue shirt on? I'm going to do this again because it has not left my brain. There is something wrong with that. Where'd it go? Okay. I know you all think I'm crazy, and that's okay. I can deal with that. Let's have a look at this again. This photo here. Does that not look? It doesn't look like her. Like, look at her nose. No, it's just, there's something wrong with that photo. I know different angles, different everything, but there's something about it. Look at her face here. Look at her face here. That nose doesn't even look like Summer's nose. Her nose is like, I don't know. It just keeps bugging me. Hi, T. Riley. You don't think it is either justice for Summer? It's just, and I don't think it's the hair. Let's see if we can make it bigger. So when was this? This is just 2 days after this was uploaded. Look at this. No. No. They're just way too different for me. Very bizarre. Oh, hi, Carrie. Hi, Sharon. I just want to say thank you for everything you do for Summer's name out there, Judy. I'm so amazed by the outpouring of support for the creators amongst each other. Oh, I can't stress that enough, Carrie. I've been trying so hard to spread the love and support other channels, and I have no problem in the world dropping anybody's channel and everyone getting along, because the other two channels can stay in their lane and do their stuff, but everyone needs to work together. We all have we all have our own way of doing things, and as long as her face is up there and people are still talking about it and pushing, which they're not liking the fact that YouTube isn't giving up. And whoever is involved with the local radio stations, like they've just blew it up for themselves by sending these cease and desist emails. Like they've drawn the attention upon themselves. Did they think the YouTube creators were going to sit back and say, oh, okay, no problem, we won't, and not discuss it on their channels? Oh, Miss Justice, them two loud dogs you can hear barking are next door neighbours' dogs. We've got two little tiny ones, a little Maltese Terrier and a little Jack Russell. You've missed so much, Carrie. It's needed so much. It really is. But by the news stations doing that, all they've done is created another rabbit hole that people are now going to go nuts to try and find out what the link is behind why they want people to not share the reward fund information from their channel. You know? Is that not confusing? Is that not a red flag that there's someone behind all of that that has something to hide? Because to me it does. And look like I don't know if she's sick or what, but the nose, like even the shape of her face is like really long and oval, where her normal little face is more rounded. I don't know. Everyone has an angle and it's going to come together. I really, really hope so. T. Riley, yes, they've given so far. I've only heard about. I don't know if there's more coming out while I'm on live. So far, Chasing got one, and Michelle After Dark got one. Concerning the videos of Don on their news broadcasts with Ainsley Daniels and the reward fund, which is bizarre to me. And Chasing's just beside herself. Chasing and Tiffany Marie T. Riley did some digging earlier in the day, and Chasing contacted the news director for that radio station to verify it was real, and it is real. And that freaked me out. Yeah, I know. It's got to come down to money and positions and power. Like this guy, Scott unraveled that. The guy that Chasing was talking to has had 7 jobs in 3 years, and now he's director of the radio station. And he was head of a digital media thing before that. Like, What? It's just another layer. But they've shot themselves in the foot, because all they're going to do now is the ones who do the researching and dig and dig and dig behind the forefronts of these YouTube channels, that they're going to find stuff. So they've raised the flag, and now they're being dug into, whatever the word is. And people won't stop now until they find out the reason why they've sent these letters out. And it's not just because people are playing. If it was people playing their media clips, it would have went to every one of us creators who have shared their footage. But it hasn't. So why only the really big channels with over 25,000 subs? What is it about the reward fund that is such an issue? You know? I don't understand it. There's something deep, very deep-seated. But I do remember right back at the beginning, the blonde law enforcement, she was a publicist. You know, she used to get up in front the media every morning with the update of how many searches they had, where they were going, da-di-da-di-da. And I heard way back then that she was related to the sheriff and others in high positions. So that's interesting as well. Care says, well, what bothers me is the Lawson family member works for one of those children's places. I didn't get. And Tylee, though. Nothing would surprise me at this point. Yeah, Justice for Summer. People are getting, and we know how deep Nita goes. Like, Nita is like a dog with a bone, you know, and she's got stuff that she hasn't released yet, and so has Scott and Penny, and now there's going to be even more people deep digging. It's crazy. Anyway, yeah, it is creepy. Like, it actually makes me freak out just a tiny bit. Not a tiny bit, quite a lot. And Scott was saying Hawken County has 100 times the land mass of somewhere else, and it only has 56,000 people. Send her one and see what happens. Send who one what, Miss Justice? I'm almost afraid to find out. I know. But the sad thing is, Summer's not the first, guys, and she probably won't be the last. It is very enlightening, Nancy. That's what Nita's done as well. Nita's gone back to the late 1800s on her channel. Send Nita one. I don't know if Nita would have got one because she hasn't played, or did she? Because I know she can share her screen now. Griffey, do you know if Nita got a cease and desist from the media people? Griffey might find out for us because she's a mod for Nita as well. But see, Nita's only got 2,500 or 3,000 subs or something. So maybe she's not big enough to worry them. I don't know. But Nita and her research team, which includes Griff and Stella, and I hope you don't mind me saying that, Griffy, they research beyond belief how deep they're going. Yeah, it is. It is like someone poking a bee's nest, because a few bees are coming out every day. That's exactly how it feels. No, she's not on both counts. Oh, that's good. Yeah, sometimes I say things and think, oh, damn, was I allowed to say that? You didn't hear anything? Yeah, Chasing's a little bit, she's really bewildered, and as was everyone that was in that chat. And Tiffany Marie is pissed. I wouldn't be surprised if she goes live later tonight and loses her shit, because she did say in the chat she was going to go there in person. But I know 423 Chase is going live tomorrow morning to try and get some answers on why. Oh, I don't have the patience, 10-9, to get into the genealogy thing. I've always been going to, because my dad come out from the UK on Bernardo's Homes ships as an orphan. He was only about 6, I think, at the time. So I've always joked that I was related to the royal family, because Dad was their love child and they wanted him out of the country. Just been a little joke I've always had all my life. I think I was about 8 or 9 when I found out he come out on the orphan ships. So I just made up my own little story to go with. But I still don't know if that makes me a dual citizen. Miss Nita don't play, and especially where Summer, no, she does not play. She doesn't take shit from anyone. You know, if they sent her a cease and desist, and she's right there too, guys, don't forget. She would march into that bloody news station in person and demand answers, because that's just the way she is. I can just see her though. Honestly, I can just picture her doing that. And with all her gorgeous little sayings, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. She'd be giving it to him. No. One of my brothers went over there when he was in his early 20s and found out through his birth certificate who his mother was, and she had passed away years and years ago. So, yeah, I've got all these relatives, no doubt, in the UK. Maybe I'm related to Mystery Angels. Wouldn't that be cool? Be good on a live set. But yes, the behavioural panel tomorrow. So what time is that your time tomorrow? I think it's a nighttime one. Hi, Andrea. Welcome, everybody. I know she's been sick for so long now. But she's gone back to work, hasn't she? I think she said on her live yesterday. Poor girl. Now, so we've talked about Benny and his channel being gone. That was one of the things I wanted to talk about. And I definitely wanted to talk about these cease and desist things. And we've done that. You're born in Scotland. Oh, I've heard how beautiful. Oh, like I see pictures all the time. There's so many places I can't wait to go to. Oh, wouldn't that be awesome, Griffey? We could make a movie out of it. That people find each other through YouTube. See, I've just got this imagination that I love to 9:30 p.m. your time. Okay. I'll have to check that out my time and see what time it's going to be here. It'll probably be in the morning, I'd say, my time. So we can talk about it afterwards. Let's hope we have a positive conversation about it and that because he really can't act for a long period of time. He does slip up frequently. Was from Stoke-on-Trent. Oh, that's good if Nita's gone live. She came on live just as I finished yesterday, which was great timing because I got to listen to her while I was running around. Oh, Griffey, you need some rest, girl. Yeah, I thought that, MK, thank you. I thought it'd be a morning time, my time. No, not that early. I can't do 3:30 a.m. Believe it or not, I'm still awake at like 1, 2 a.m., but 3:30, I never see 3:30 out. Oh, Emerald Flower's here. Where are you? Did she sneak in? I didn't. Here she is. Hello, Emerald Flower. How are you? And I had to come on live and I missed John QQ. Okay. 3:30 a.m. I'm going to have to set an alarm because I want to see that as it happens. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're good. Now it's blowing a gale. Can you hear it? Griff, I'll have to give you the membership link as well. And I haven't emailed it to you either, Miss Justice or Josie. I will get to that. I'll pop it in the chat, but I'll email it to you guys so you guys can chuck it in whenever you want to. Is anybody been following the Laundrie Daybell case? And Griffey, I want to talk to you. I've YouTubed it. I have Googled how to pin a comment to the chat. Oh, cool. Dougie sent you guys. Oh my God, look at this. I have to take a photo. Can I print screen? I haven't print screened it from here before. Oh, thanks, guys. That's awesome. Hi, Quantum Solace. Hey, Resolution. Just doing me. Welcome. Oh, wow, it's going heaps fast. You ain't my mama. I love that. Just the facts. Golden Mare. Ruby, Red Ruby Sky. Oh, Huda Ali's here. Cara Divine Justice. Twitty C. Lynn Patricia. Anna Marie. Jerry. Teresa Upchurch. Are you related to Ryan? I bet you get asked that every chat you go into, Teresa. Be Real's here. I watched the Vallow raw footage of Laurie. Oh my God, that's what I was just going to play. Because have you watched both of them, of Tori and Tylee? Be Real? Because I don't understand how they went straight on to Alex. Oh, wow, there's so many. Thank you so much, guys, for coming and raiding us. Hi, Blundhounder. Christy C. Tina Job. Oh, that's so sweet of Doug. He's my little mate, he is. Oh, here he is. He's the man himself. We love you too, Doug. If someone could drop Doug's channel link in the chat would be awesome for me. I don't even know if you're a mod, Doug. I should mod you because I had a hissy fit after you taking my wrench, but you didn't take it. I felt so stupid afterwards. And Doug, I even had people leave me comments saying, no, it was real. You know, he was on someone's channel saying that YouTube took all his wrenches. And I took it to heart and had a sook. And I was like, hi, Crime and Justice. Oh, Air Force 5 is here. Holy moly. Welcome, guys. This is awesome. Hi, Cheryl O. Thanks, Griffey. Oh, thank you, Tam Robs. This is exciting for me, guys. Oh, my God, Doug, thank you. You're a sweetheart. Yeah, I used to always be up Doug for the rant when he was with Benny Keys, didn't I, Doug? I'd always be in his chat telling him to behave himself, and I wasn't impressed. But he got rid of Dougie and he's never got rid of Benny, and he's never looked back. How exciting is it, Doug, that Benny's gone? I understand it could be temporary, but it's still calm as a bitch, baby. And when Benny was doing his little shirtless parade the other day, I just sat there screenshotting everything because he looked like such a tool. And then yesterday when it was, oh, thanks. That means so much, Doug. Thank you. Yeah, yesterday when we worked at it, he really had his channel taken down. It wasn't him just playing games. I had to post the screenshots in my community tab because he looks psycho. And the guy's demented. And the best thing that ever happened to Doug was getting rid of that fool. Do us a perfectly flawed says, do us a favor, say shut up, share. Come on, people. Yes, shut up, share. You know, she's so snaky though, guys. She, as vile and as disgusting as she is clever to what she lets happen and what she says on her channel to not get her channel taken down. And that pisses me off. Oh, thank you guys for the super chats. That's awesome. Oh, I've got a new member. Thank you so much, Princess Mariposa. Did I say that right? There's still new people coming in. Cara Divine Justice. Oopsie Daisy. I know you. Shut up, share. That's what we need. Everyone needs to be doing a happy dance for Benny Bang gone. Carol Johnson's here. No, she's a... can't do her anymore. So what is all the new people that come in, what do you all think about the behavioural panel thing tomorrow with Don Wells? Thank you, Crime and Justice. I really, really appreciate it, guys. Karma's coming for him too, Penny S says. Oh my God, Sparks. It's lovely to meet you too. There should be a... You should have seen the Discord yesterday afternoon. This is when hubby thought I was bipolar and I'm dancing around the kitchen. My time when this happened. I was telling my chat about it earlier. And he says to me this morning, he said, I think you need to see the doctor because your moods are like erratic. He said, last night when you're cooking tea, he said, I've never seen you so excited cooking dinner and you're dancing around the bloody kitchen. And this morning with all the media cease and desist crap, he comes home for morning tea and I'm making his coffee and scones. And he's like, what's wrong with you? Why are you so stressed out? He said, see, you've got a problem. You need to go and see a doctor. You know, you shouldn't be up and down like this. And I said, Ronald, you have no idea. Like, I try to tell him what's going on with different parts of these cases, and he just sits there shaking his head like, please don't. I just don't need to know. So that's my funny little story about hubby thinks I've got bipolar now. Slow the chat. Can you go in and do that, Miss Justice or Griffey? Because I don't know how to do that yet. It does make you crazy, Crime and Justice. Like, and as I was saying earlier, it's not from day to day. Like, something literally happens on an hourly basis. Vela Fitzpatrick, no, I'm in Australia, in New South Wales. Your hubby's the same. He thinks you're a bit bipolar. And like, I get it because I was dancing around the kitchen and singing, and I'm at that age now where cooking tea is not my priority. I just don't really. Do you guys have Thermomixes in the US and the UK? Yeah, I am in Australia. Because I got one and I think I've used it like 3 times because I thought it would excite me about cooking dinner, but it just hasn't happened. It's just sitting there, get dust all over it. But yeah, so Dougie, you've heard about the cease and desist that Chasing and Michelle After Dark received from the news stations. I have to do it. I don't. Hang on. Hang on, I'll go in there and see if I can do it. Dashboard. Doug did explain to me how to do it at one time. Nope. Isn't it under settings? I'm sorry about this, but I'm just trying to work out how to do it. I know it's in the settings. Permissions. Okay. Approved users. It's not here. We have Prayer Gardens of America in the block list. I can see that. This is crazy. I'm going to have to Google how to do it, guys. Hang on, advanced settings. I've watched other creators struggle with this and I thought, oh my God, I need to learn that before it happens to me. About slowing the chat down. And now it's happened to me. Nope. I can't work it out, guys. I will do it after this. I'm walking Winston. How about when I'm back? Okay, cool. Be real. You fit great in the true crime community. Oh, sorry, guys. I can't work it out right now. Chances fate. Stacey Blankenship says the cease and desist look fake. Why would they not want the word out to everyone, no matter how it gets out there? Just spread awareness. I know. That's my whole thing. Why would you not want it? And why did they only pinpoint the big creators, like with 27,000 subs and up? Why would that be their priority? Oh, thanks, Crime and Justice. Yeah, she did, Anna Marie. Chasing direct emailed the director of the news station and said, is this real and are you aware of it? And the director emailed her back and said, yes, it is real. MCOS says, are you okay down under crime talks? I heard Facebook is blocking news from America now. Facebook's doing lots of crazy things with Aussies. So they banned us from even seeing any of our Australian news media outlets on every, like, everything. There was no new Australian news allowed on our Australian Facebooks because of the government not agreeing with something Facebook wanted to put in place. No, yeah, it was so complicated. I couldn't get my head around it. But yeah, they weren't actually blocking all news. It was just a lot of Australian. We couldn't look at our own Australian news on Facebook. And I hardly ever use Facebook for news anymore anyway, because I think YouTube covers the news so much better than Facebook. Facebook, as Judy Ron says. Do you know of Wobbly Boost channel? He is an Aussie. No, I haven't heard of him, but I'll have a look now. You want to be there? The news thing with Don and the reward fund. Yeah, I can't even. Of all the stories they could have arced up about that YouTube people have restreamed, why is it that one with the reward fund that they've got a problem with? As I said, they've shot themselves in the foot because the YouTube world now is going to dig until they get an answer about it. And if it was fake, the director, because Chasing looked right into it, like she went to the direct source to contact. So if it was a troll, she wouldn't have been able to get onto the director. Hi, Ocean's daughter. Check him, he is cool. Okay, I really will. Thank you for the shout out to him. Hi, Gabby B. I still love your profile picture. It's so beautiful. Facebook was called out today, Russell Brand. Oh. Bruce Down Under. He's another guy too. I'm going to write that down, Be Real. Bruce Be Real. You know, my chat knows I always stress about the accent, that it turns people off, because I think I sound, you know, like a redneck type thing. Hi, Mamma Mia. I haven't seen you for ages. Explain from the beginning what you're talking about. I can't follow. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. So this morning I was in Scott H's chat, and Chasing she used to be called Chasing Truth. She's now dropped the truth. Her channel is now called Chasing, and she received a cease and desist. I can't speak. A cease and desist letter from WJHL that Ainsley Daniels works for, and Michelle After Dark also received one that they aren't to address the interview Ainsley Daniels did with Don about the reward fund being extended, which I streamed the whole thing. And so far, they're the only two creators I've found out that have received these letters. So Chasing went directly, her and Tiffany Marie did some digging. As I was telling my chat, Tiffany Marie is pissed beyond belief, and look out, news station, that's all I've got to say. I wouldn't be surprised if she lobs there in person tomorrow. She is really, really angry that they would not want this information spread far and wide and shared by the world, you know, and that's what should happen. But for some reason, they're like, no, you're not going to do that. Why would they not want it spread? It's not just about using their coverage, because everyone under the sun has fair use to use these things, as we all know, for educational and purposes. And I don't understand it whatsoever. And that's why I was stressed this morning when hubby's come home, because I don't understand why. I just don't get it. Maureen Kelly, you think it's fake? Well, I think at first Chasing thought it was fake too, but that's why she, her and Tiffany went straight to the actual station to get confirmation, so they could either debunk whether it was a legitimate thing or a fake thing. And Chasing said she confirmed it was real. So I don't know, guys, but for sure, for real, if it's a legitimate thing, why? Why would they do that? Like, this is about summer and getting people to still contribute to the reward fund, like we keep screaming about all the time, and trying to debunk the other bullshit We Can Bring You Hope fund. Go back a couple of videos for any of the new people in here and have a look at my videos on this We Can Bring You Hope bullshit scammer people. Because, yeah, I don't get that either. And if you look at their website like I do in the videos, you can see that their focus is the flyers all my regular people know how much this has pissed me off with this We Can Bring Your Hope mob, and how someone, and I'll say it every single bloody day, how can they start these foundations up without a qualification between their ass and say that they're advocates just like Skeezy, and they're helping people find their lost loved ones. Like, you have to be, I don't know, guys. If someone can simplify it for me in point form, how that is a good idea, there should be processes, systems in place to stop this sort of shit. Because this We Can Bring Your Hope mob are all about the flyers, like their fake tip lines, their fake reward fund. You know, you only have to look between the lines on their web pages and you can see that they're not in it for the right reasons. And they do not have one review on the internet. Believe me, I spent hours. There's not one review. It just, everywhere you look, with Summer's case, there is craziness and deception and people running around trying to get their finger in the pot on every level, from law enforcement to commissioners to everyone. Why are they trying to muzzle YouTube creators that aren't doing anything wrong? Spark says, guys, that's the big question. Why are these people? It is gruesome, blunt, Hounder. I just don't understand. There's not one review on that mob. There are no, if it's a true foundation of helping people and they have a history of helping people find loved ones and supporting them, why don't they have testimonials on there of we've helped, whatever? Nothing. There's nothing on there. Care says, I'm not into conspiracy crap, but I have been, and it makes sense. The whole thing is messed up. Big time messed up. From Don and Candace to anybody that has had anything to do with it. So with what come out of that live with Scott and Chasing, Penny was on there as well. 423 Chase is going, from what I could see, and he was just in the chat a little while ago before all you guys come and bombed us. He's going to go there live in the morning, your time, and try and get some answers out of the station and do some lives right from there. So that'll be interesting to see if anyone will actually talk to him. But I wouldn't be surprised if Tiffany Marie makes her way there either. But I missed the very beginning of it, so I don't know if Tiffany got one as well. Yeah, Teresa, 423 Chase. He's a little legend. He's my little mate. And he pops in every single live and, encourages us to keep going and get it out there. And then you have news stations telling us to shut up. What the fuck? What? Yeah, I'm sure Chasing's, once daylight comes, I'm sure she'll be absolutely doing something like that in the Mystery Maven. It's just really sad, isn't it? And why aren't, okay, all right, I'm just going to say this. So they're coming after YouTube creators for sharing a 5-minute video with Don Wells speaking on it to Ainsley Daniel, yet there's a couple of channels that are streaming WFLA while they're live for 6 and 7 hours at a time, and that's okay. Can someone clarify that for me? You know? 423 Chase is amazing, and he really does. And like I was just saying earlier, sorry to everyone that's been here since I started live, but 423 Chase has been boots on the ground in their woods with his, they're just a group of mates, and they've been going out there since the very, very first week, in and out of the bushes and still physically looking for her, as well as distributing thousands and thousands of flyers. And, you know, we need more people like him. But I don't get the hypocrisy with being allowed to stream live news channels on YouTube. And I've even done it, and I'll do it unless someone tells me I can't. If something is happening that's, you know, heaps exciting. But why have they jumped? That's the point I'm trying to make. Why jump on a 5-minute video with Ainsley Daniels and Don Wells? You know, some of the same people. Tiffany Marie's got, I think, 16,000. Big meanie. Big meanies. Oh, I feel really bad saying your name still. Crime and Justice says they can shut up all they want, but I'm not backing off of Summer or any other missing child. They can get over it. It's fair use coverage after they have released it. Exactly. Oh my God, it's just so annoying. What right does a news channel have to tell YouTube creators to stop covering a story about a missing child? Yeah, no, I'm exactly the same as you, Sparks. I just don't understand. It's just sickening. Yeah, and the whole skeezy thing, how he has been allowed to stay on YouTube for as long as he has with his behaviours and demeanours and threats. Yeah, I can't. What Chris did, seriously, compared to what Skeezy does, there is no comparison in my mind. Hi, Comfortably Numb. Oh, MCOS, that group who has the flyer seems very suspect to a lot of us. I can't believe the news is acting like they are legit. Yeah, exactly. I'll show you. I will show you my people have seen that 3 times now, I think. But it's, here we go. I'll just stop that one. I don't understand how he hasn't been shut down by now, but boy, it sure has been a peaceful day. It has, hasn't it, Stacey? I love it. Do any of you guys know whether his second channel was taken down? Because before I come on live, I'm just going to share this week and bring you hope thing. Because the more we can get this out while we've got more people in here, the better. What am I doing? I don't want to talk to you freaking people. Look at this, guys. What we do poster distribution through internet social media. So they also say they have a 24-hour public tip line number. How can they do that? No one should be posting a phone number for criminal tips other than law enforcement. Yeah, he does miss justice. I was just hoping he's got a second one, and I was hoping they'll take the second channel down as well. Yeah. They do not have one thing on their site about who is qualified in what. I'm just going to try and... This is the woman, Michelle. This is the one on the leaked staff meeting audio that has gone around. Yeah, I don't know, Stacey, because I've seen a couple of creators have their channels struck and they've been off for like a week, but they come up on their second channel or on someone else's channel, and yeah, I don't understand how it's allowed either. Oh, okay, thanks, Golden Mare. Yeah, so this is her. She's the CEO, guys. Like, come on now. So this is their disclaimer for them to take you on. Where's the one with the... It's just the whole thing is just blows my mind. Here we go. This is the bit I love. You agree to allow We Can Bring You Hope all the important information pertaining to the case and permission to share flyers with law enforcement, conduct searches, contact media and all social media outlets. Okay, so it's all about the flyers. This is the very first thing they address is the flyers. And then you are not permitted to alter the posters made by We Can Bring You Hope in any way. They are created by We Can Bring You Hope and therefore the property of We Can Bring You Hope. So everything they have documented about their reward fund and everything else on the flyer, you have to go with. That's not okay. They're all about these reward fund flyers. They're not qualified shit or investigators, but they call themselves CEOs and regional case managers. Like, come on. How can they be allowed to just start foundations like this? Like, I can't. Resolution says, I have a friend that taught me those ropes well, even to mirror, restream, live stream, successfully change it substantially, and yeah, oh good. See, we just went through this with Chris McDonough. They reported if he was on another panel because it is against Oh. So he could be in trouble for going on Tiffany Marie's channel, Stacey, and the labs. Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Like, I was surprised that people were going on panels and things, like even Chris McDonough. But because I thought it meant you as that person are not allowed on YouTube. But I didn't read the legalities of what it actually meant, so my bad. Oh, okay, Mama Mia says he can go on another channel, he just can't have one of his own. Yeah, and Golden Mass says the same thing. Yeah, I haven't been over there. I've been too bewildered with this media stuff, and it's just excited about Benny being gone. I never even thought to see if he was on I just don't understand how you can. It's like fraud, like 1,000% fraud. I'm very sure, guys, if one of you in the United States decided to start putting up flyers saying to ring this, to ring your mobile number for tips on a case, you'd be quickly put in your place. But if it's a foundation, you're allowed to do that. That's what Voices Behind the Wall was saying about Chris McDonough, and pulled up the terms and stuff, but yet they turned around and let Benny on theirs today. Oh, that's hilarious. Read all that contract, the whole thing. Hell no. It's just, and you know, they went for Tiffany Marie. I know I'm only a tiny little channel, but they went for Tiffany Marie just for showing their logo. Just that little anchor thing. Where is it? Let's go home. Just for this bit here, they flew for her. They sent her an email and told her to take her whole video down because she has breached their copyright by playing this logo on her channel. And she said, virtually stick it up your ass because I'm not taking anything down. And I also heard AB say it is a generic picture that is on Google and anyone can use it. So that says a lot for their logo as well, doesn't it? You know, lots of fraud in the USA. Non-profit are well known for most area of fraud. That's so bad. But that's what criminals do, I guess. They prey on the vulnerable and the people that are hurting the most. And we're only talking about this yesterday in our channel, how like you get those shitty, like I'm all for really good, there's some awesome psychics out there that do find people and do good, but like in any area there are shitty ones that prey on people just to milk money out of them. But this is, and Domwell still to this day has their flyers still on his Facebook. We can see more now as the multi-billionaires too busy lining their pockets. The rich get richer, guys. It's just so wrong. But yeah, I've bagged the shit out of these people. like 3 or 4 days in a row, and I've got nothing. So you must have to have lots of subs before people worry about you. So I'm just going to keep talking and showing. Sorry at Sparks, it was on Mr. and Mrs. Chair's channel. Yeah. It's crazy. If mass flagging was a thing that worked, then everyone would be at the mercy of other channels. No, I don't understand. I was going to Google that last night after our live and I forgot all about it. I wanted to learn more about this mass flagging process. How many reports has to go in before YouTube take it seriously? Mass flagging now. Mass flagging is how a role YouTube algorithm picks up offenders earlier than later. It's subject to mobocracy that Benny bullies people with. Guys, if they have a really good look at half a dozen of his videos, surely they can see the hate and threats, and not one of his videos should be up ever again. If my kids come across him or grandkids come across his channel, oh my God. Like I have the kids' YouTube's tightened security, like so tight that virtually anything they do I know about within reason. If they're not here and they're at school or something, obviously I've got no control over that, but you have to be. Otherwise, the world's just a crazy, dangerous place now. You virtually have to know where your kids are, who they're with, every single second of the day. Not like when I was a kid, or some of you were kids and you just sort of roamed around till the street lights come on overnight and you went in for dinner and you played in the mud and on your push bikes and went to your friend's house. And my 12-year-old granddaughter, for those of you who don't know, we have custody of our 2 granddaughters. They're 12 and 9, and we've had them for 7 years. And the 12-year-old has a girlfriend that lives like 1 block down the street. And I still panic every time she wants to walk to her house by herself. And yeah, it's just the way the world is now. You have to be virtually beside them all the time. And it's scary. And I don't give a shit whether we live in a little country town of 7,000 people in New South Wales, Australia. It happens everywhere. It doesn't happen as often over here as it does in America, but we don't have the population that you guys have got either. So, but it does happen. It has happened. And I don't let them out of my sight. I rarely listen to them share. Oh, I can't handle watching her with that bloody cat, guys. And now she's got another cat. Did you all see that? I went to do some snooping the other day and she said her and Mr. Share were having a dispute over keeping the second rescue cat. And I'm like, oh, dear Lord. That cat that she tries to cuddle all the time when they're on a live does not like the girl. You can tell. The cat just constantly is trying to get away from her. It's bizarre. I only catch snippets of them here and there. Yeah, if somebody has said, oh, you've got to go and see this, I'll go and try and see what they're talking about and I'll snoop. But as for every single video they put up, hell no, not anymore. When I first started, one of the very first lives I did, I was only like a week into doing lives, and I was playing one of her videos and talking shit about the video, and she come into the chat, into my chat, and I nearly had a heart attack because I'm like, oh, fuck, what do I do now? But I was nice to her and I was pleasant to her. I wasn't like bagging the shit out of her big time before I noticed her in the chat. But I did ask her, it was when her and Benny and them were having that thing about the petition of creators making money off the children that are missing or murdered or whatever. And I was saying, while I was playing the video, that isn't this like a little bit back to front here, girl? And then she's sitting there in the chat saying, I'm pretty sure this is against terms of service. So I'm like, I think you'll find it's fair use, because I was commentating throughout the video. And anyway, I was pleasant, but I still said to her and called her out in the chat and said, do you not think that this petition is just slightly hypocritical? Sarcasm intended. And she said no, because the whole point is to keep Summer's name out there. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're trying to stop people from talking about Summer with this dumbass petition and people making money off it. It was just bizarre, guys. Really bizarre. And she said, thank you for being pleasant to me. You'll go far. This is what I've got photos and everything of the chat history. I sat here taking photos with my phone. And then her very next live, she decides to call me out and went for me. And I thought, oh my God, you really are schizophrenic, just like Benny. That was, Mama Mia says, what was the very first case that got you into true crime on YouTube? I would say on YouTube it was Megan Boswell, but I've watched court TV on YouTube for a very long time. But Megan Boswell's case is when I actually got into the YouTube community, as in chats and things. And then Oren and Orson West case just blew my mind. Every single day of that case, from the very first interview with Jacqueline and Trezell, I wanted to start a YouTube. But then all the creators started going for each other, and it was really, really bad. And what they did to Doug with the posters on, yeah. So I didn't do anything during Oren and Orson West case. And then with Summer, I just couldn't help. I just had to. I could not be quiet any longer. Lisa Bradley says, I cried for you all when the fires were scorching the country. And oh, guys, we have had it all in the last 2 years here in Australia. We had the bushfires that were so, so bad. Then we had floods. Just in the last 2 weeks, we've had an earthquake that I even felt like the earthquake was here in our town as well. And we've had a tornado about 150 miles away. And we never get tornadoes. It was a really rare thing for it to be a proper real-life tornado. So, yeah, it's just, you just think, what's going to happen next? What are we in for tomorrow? Golden Mare says she reports all the porn that gets posted in channels comments. Yes, I've got them blocked in my settings. But yeah, YouTube with these cases I never knew existed before. As far as all the chats and everything else goes, I didn't know it existed until Megan Boswell, because I was on Facebook and people started posting videos from YouTube in the Facebook comments, and I was like, oh my Lord, what have I been missing? This is, and it's great that you can go into chats, and I respect every single one of you that, I'm in someone else's chat and people can disagree but still get along. We're really lucky over here. We don't get that many trolls. We had Prayer Gardens of America the other night. Actually, when I was doing this We Can Bring You Hope thing, I hadn't had him in here for weeks and weeks. And then the very first time I was going over this We Can Bring You Hope stuff, guess who showed up? Trying to throw our attention onto something else. And I had to end up blocking him because he or she or whoever it is was giving us grief. But that was very telling to me. And it was so obvious, because I hadn't been laying the boot in for a couple of weeks really hard. And then when I started to do that again, they were straight back here. And I thought, okay. So it really is, people are really sitting back in the background watching who's saying what about these people. And that's unnerving. But in a way, because I am in Australia, sometimes I think I can hit the boundary a little bit harder because I do have that geographical distance and I sort of feel a little bit safer. But for people that are close to Hawkins County, for example, oh my God. And I've been stressing so bad for Tiffany Marie because she's the sweetest, gorgeous girl that is so passionate and all not only for Summer but for Jeannie and Trish and Mary. And from what I can gather, and I said this yesterday as well, she lives alone or with her son, and I'm always worried because she is there by herself. And I'm not trying to make her feel scared or anything, but yeah, I just worry for people. I know. I think it starts on the 12th, does it, of October, Be Real? Because I was so excited to get a community tab when I hit 1,000 subs. And then just before my 1,000 subs, I found out that people could get it, I think it was the 12th. Yeah, 12th of October. That if you had 500 tabs. So that's even better for these cases that people can share more things through their community tab. I think it's excellent. I really do. And when I thought when I got the community tab that I would have it instantly, as soon as you got your 1,000th sub, it would just automatically be there. But no, it took 2 weeks. And then I had to resist from spam, and I try to only put things on there that are relevant and important. Otherwise, people will just end up flicking through, like you do on Facebook. You just keep flicking, or Instagram. I try to only put important things on there, not what my cat had for breakfast, lunch and tea and that sort of thing. If it's utilised properly with proper information, I think it's a great tool. Awesome, be real. That's as good as being able to stream now. Yeah, I just love it. And I'm learning so much. But as true crime, I've been a total addict of since I was 12. We had a case here in Australia with a nurse called Anita Cobby. If you guys haven't heard of it, you should have a look at her case on the internet. It was and still is gut-wrenching what they did to her in Sydney. Yeah, and I was only 12 and I was captivated by true crime ever since. Yeah, we've got to spread the awareness. We've got to keep talking about all of this. It's like Benny was Don's bitch, still is. Yeah, that's a different level of sick. And this is why the behavioural panel tomorrow night, guys, is going to be so cool, because what sort of persona is Donny Boy going to give us in front of them guys? Because we know what he's really like. Is he going to be sitting on the toilet high as a kite? Is he going to be the religious Donny? Is he going to be the TV interview Donny like he was the other day with Ainsley Daniels? Like the guy, and that's one thing about this sector of people, and I say it over and over again, they're chameleons. If they're with churchgoers, they can put on the that persona of being church-abiding citizens and they're all holier than thou. If they're with their druggies, they're themselves. It just depends what sort of company they're with at what particular time. Yeah, well, doesn't he say, yeah. I wonder if Candace is going to be on there or just Donald as usual. To be fair, it should be both of them, in my opinion. How much have you grown now? How much have I grown? I started in June my channel with no subscribers whatsoever, and this morning I think I had 460 something, 1460, something like that. Hang on, I'm going to have a look. Maybe. My phone's gone crazy. 15, holy crap. 1526, guys. A lot of the bombers have subscribed. That is so awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. Gannon, oh my God. Holly Berry, that Letitia is fucking crazy. I'm sorry for the F word, but sometimes I just have to say it. She is fucking nuts. She tried to escape twice. She assaulted the law enforcement guys on her extradition. Oh my God. Then she decided that she was going to represent herself. Remember that one? Then she decided, I'm not going to go to the library anymore to research, to be able to defend herself. This woman is crackers. Oh, welcome, Huda Ali. Thank you so much for becoming a member. No, T-Roll, he just makes my skin, like, honestly, and I'm not even exaggerating, you guys. I get a ball in my stomach where I feel ill when I have to watch him or listen to him. It's just, and I had it way before the sitting on the toilet video too. Yeah, she is. Oh my God. Yeah, all the cases this last 2 years especially have been so intense so, I don't know, just so all over the place. Like circuses, every single one of them. And I sit back and think, why is that? I analyze that. Why are things so crazy now? Is it because of social media and we're all like this, being able to discuss things and track things on an hourly basis, a minute by minute basis? Oh, you're so sweet, Hooter Ali. Thank you. I hope, oh, that's so sweet. I'm so appreciative. You have no idea. Be Real says, Don Wells is no joke, not well in the head. What parent goes on a behaviour panel? What about Summer? Don is all about Don. Yes, he is. Breaks my heart. Don and Candace should be working at finding Summer. They don't though, do they? Even the last little live Mrs. Share did with him on the phone, and the preaching. Oh my God. The preaching did, and I was talking about this yesterday. Sorry to all my people who were in here yesterday listening to me go off my tree about, you listen to that bit of that interview again where he's talking about the church, and he actually has conviction and a little bit of passion in what he's talking about, trying to get people to go and sign up to the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And there's emotion in there even, but he can't do that for Summer. Like Cher was talking about Summer 2 seconds before, and thank you, Air Force 5. And he was like, yeah, at least I know when I die, I'm going to see her again. And then he starts talking about the church and he's all excited, and you can hear his conviction in that. And I'm thinking, you are one fucked up animal, man. I'm sorry, guys, for using the language, but I can't hold it back. I'm sorry, Josie, I'll stop swearing. Yeah, he's a nutcase. Yes, Be Real, that is a beautiful picture. I love it. And do you know, when I'm in chats and creators remember people by their pictures, I really do remember people by their pictures. Before I see the name, I can remember who they are. I think it's so cool that we're allowed to have little pictures, little things to see each other. Okay, I'm going to have one more smoke. And sadly, I have to go and pick these granddaughters up from school. And that's the other thing for the new people that are in here. I have an extra passion for Summer because our 2 granddaughters that we've had for 7 years were in, their mum wasn't coping and they weren't in the best environment. So we had to take them. We didn't have to take them in. We offered. We've had them all this time. And as a grandmother, and I have 5 of them all up, 3 live with their mum and dad, to 2 different kids. Like my son has 3 grandkids and we have my eldest daughter's 2 grandkids. As a grandmother, I do not understand Grandis's mentality, although I know it's generational parenting. Like Candace is going to parent how she was brought up and that sort of thing. If the abuse is as bad as we've all come to be told, why hasn't she stood up for her grandkids and tried to help clean that friggin' pigsty of a house up and be there for the grandkids? It just doesn't make sense to me that she's not there now to support her daughter either, I just don't understand it. I never will understand it. you know, I couldn't see my grandkids in a foster home ever. But she hasn't tried to save them kids from going into care. She's not there for her own daughter. It's just so sad for them kids, but hopefully, hopefully the boys are doing really, really well. Hudali, be real, I really mean it, sweetheart. You look gorgeous, plus very relaxed. Lovely picture. Yeah. I honestly thought, Mamma Mia, that Candace would have lost her shit even bigger now that the boys have left. I expected some sort of self-harm or something, and that's why that video that night that Benny did with him, I honestly to God was having a panic attack because I thought she'd passed away right then and there on a live when her arm flopped down, because she was, whether she was caring and loving and the doting mum or not, her day was fulfilled around all the noise and clutter and busyness of having 4 kids running around and a mum being there. And then she's gone from that to nobody at that property whatsoever. I thought she would have really not coped at all. But they keep on keeping on. So, and a couple of the empaths I've listened to said there would be a suicide as well, and that sort of clinched my thoughts on how things would go. But I was saying yesterday how when you think about it, Don and Candace have both had 2 kids removed from them. So they would be unlike my daughter when she lost her 2 kids, because they've already been through that situation before, so they knew how it felt. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question, Jen F. Because she hasn't been going to the sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. She hasn't been going to the prayer vigils either. Gabby B says, I honestly don't know what Candace and Don think they are playing at these days, and we cannot predict their next move, as they are so... Exactly, Gabby. That's so true. Because I've never seen anything like it in my life. No way. And then, you know what did shock the crap out of me? The night he did the live on the toilet thing with Benny, he was on, I thought we won't see him for a while. Like after that finished, I thought, yeah, no, he'll lay low now for a couple of weeks maybe. He was straight on Benny's, on Mrs. Share's live the next morning. He said, I'm not going to go on camera because of some reason, but he was still on the phone to her. And I thought, you have got to be kidding me. He didn't want to go on camera then. Oh, it's just crazy. Crime and Justice says all the kids they have ever had have been removed from their care. That speaks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I don't, yesterday someone was posting photos of her cooking with the chicken and dumplings and stuff. So, and they were asking whether they've been made do parenting classes and things like that. if Don hasn't worked out now at 56, 57, how to deal with children, he's never, ever going to learn. My cigarette keeps going out. Absolutely, Sparks. That was quite evident. And to see it on a live, the state they get themselves into, I know we've all talked about it so many times in everybody's chats, but imagine what them kids have seen over the years. You know, that is seriously scary. I'm surprised something hasn't happened well before this. Yeah, I do have to pick the kids up in 12 more minutes. Yesterday, the same thing. My chat was saying, don't forget you got to pick the girls up. It was so cute. I loved every second of it. Big meaning. Honestly, I laugh every time I go to say it. I'm glad Grandis didn't come back. I've heard that she's real mean. Yes. So the boys would be better off. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like the learnt parenting from Grandis to Candace. Hopefully the cycle breaks itself now that the boys have seen what a normal family is and how you have bed linen and scheduled meals and vegetables and, you know, proper school attendance and hopefully sporting events and things like that. Hopefully they can see that that wasn't their normal, because at the time they would have thought that this is how every family works, you know? Like you think back to when you were a kid and you stayed or you went to visit a friend for the first time, and I can remember I used to do it. You would say, oh, wow, this family's cool. You know, they do things so much different than the way we do it at home or whatever, because you do think that the way you live as a child, everyone lives like that. But the funny thing is with the two granddaughters, it's really, really hard at times because we can't be nan and pop anymore. We're virtually mum and dad. We've got to do all the hard stuff, and we've lost that nan and pop relationship most of the time because we do have to discipline, we do have to have rules, they do have to have jobs, and it's different. And that side of it kills me, that I've lost that specialness, you know. I'll be real. Thank you. I just worry about the accent probably way too much. And I think, you know, no one's going to sub to me because I'm an Aussie and I have that accent. And even John QQ, he comes in all the time and chats with us. And he did a live on the weekend and he was trying to mimic me. And it was hilarious the way he was trying to talk like me. And I'm like, I don't have an accent. But obviously I do. I hope the boys are not too far damaged and get the therapy and support they need to lead better, productive lives. Yeah, hopefully the cycle has now changed, and because they're now seeing a different way of life is what I'm trying to say, then they won't repeat the same parental behaviours. It's just really sad that the eldest one had to go by himself and not get to be with his brothers. That sort of made me really, really sad. But yeah, I'm sure they still... And what has happened with the emergency court hearing on the gag order with Donald? I have not heard or seen anything about that since that come out. Like, I know it's a gag order, but I thought someone would have had info on it by now. Oh, thank you, Sparks. Sometimes when I get really stirred up, I think it's more prevalent. Yeah, it is, Mamma Mia. I'm not having a whinge. It just makes things different. And yeah, I think sometimes, I don't know. I just, and all my regulars know I do this. I overthink things. I take things to heart. And like Dougie last week when YouTube took all, because I'm a mod in Doug's channel, and YouTube took all the wrenches. I didn't know anything about it. I've just gone into his live and noticed me wrench was gone. And I've had a little hissy fit, and I thought, what did I do? Because there was stories going around in the background about people ganging up on smaller channels and all this bullshit controversy going on. So I thought, oh no, they're in for me now. They're going to turn Doug against me somehow. This is my own little paranoid brain. So I'm a paid member with Doug. So I'm like, I'm going to unjoin. So I unjoined. And then 2 hours later, Dougie pops into my chat. And I said, righto, what's going on, Doug? I'm so upset you took my wrench. And he goes, no, I didn't. He said, YouTube did. And then everyone in chat's going, no, YouTube did it, Sharon. YouTube did it. So I said, oh, I felt like the biggest dick on earth. So I quickly went back over and subbed. But I owned it. Like I totally owned that I was in wrong and I was a big sook, and he was laughing his head off about it. But he knows I'm his biggest fan. Like even when he was in that dark zone, when he was still having lots of drama with the repercussions of what went down with Orrin and Orson West's case and lots of people giving him a hard time, I was still there. And I was like, Doug, you're better than this. You've just got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going, man. After I'd been abusing him for months and months and months to stop. And look, he's doing great now. And I still encourage him and build him up and send him messages to keep being a good dude. He's got the biggest heart, guys. Honestly, I've never seen someone just lay it on his sleeve. Anyway, I've got to stop talking because I'm now down to 6 minutes to go and pick the girls up. Luckily, it's only a 3-minute drive. Oh, Mamma Mia, Doug is no thanks, investigates. Yeah, he's awesome, and I take my hat off to him with how far he's come. He's doing a great job. And thank you to all the new subscribers and for everyone coming over and bombing us. And I might come back on, or I might leave it till tomorrow, because I really wanted to play the Tylee Ryan interview and the Charles Vallow interview from the day that Charles Vallow was murdered, because they're quite conflicting, both videos. And yeah, he's super funny. Very, very funny guy. And I will see you all very soon. And thank you, new members. Thank you, mods. Thank you, absolutely everybody that's come in. I'm so chuffed. You have no idea. And I appreciate you all. So thanks so much. And I'll talk soon. Bye.